again, thank you so much to everybody for joining us today. Things are a little different this year, huh? This is our virtual kickoff event this year, our official start to the NAMIWalks season. We're disappointed that we're not able to see all of you in person this year, but we're excited that we at least have this opportunity to be able to share this information with you so that you can get started building your teams and getting started on what you can do to walk your way with NAMIWalks this year. So I just want to do a quick introduction of everybody that's going to be joining us this year at the virtual kickoff event as presenters. My name is Andrea Grittner. I am the Director of Development and Marketing at NAMI Waukesha. I've been with NAMI Waukesha for 8 years. If you've walked with us before, you've probably worked with me. So welcome back if you're a returning team captain, and welcome if you're a new team captain. I then want to hand it over, Lizzie, if you can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lizzie. I am a development assistant. I've been with NAMI Waukesha for 1.5 years now working for them. Otherwise, I volunteered before that. And I'm going to help you guys with your teams this year. So if you need any help building your page, with donations, etc., you can reach out to me and I will be there to help you out.
Awesome. Thanks, Lizzie. And then Sarah, if you can introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Sarah Mullaney. I'm the other Sarah. I know NAMI Waukesha has already one Sarah Feifel. I am the development manager for NAMI Greater Milwaukee, and also had the privilege of being the NAMIWalks manager and having been through a NAMI virtual event now. So I'm going to try to lend some assistance and some experience to the virtual walk day aspect, and look forward to serving the participants and the board and the staff from NAMI Waukesha as the chair of the virtual event day and marketing team. So thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thanks, Sarah. And then in addition to our staff members that are going to be helping us this year, we also have a number of community leaders that are also joining us for our walk team this year. You'll be seeing different videos and letters coming out from them. Joining us today is Lisa Wildberg, who is our board president. And she's going to be talking a little bit about teams today. So Lisa, if you could introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our meeting today. I also wanted to mention I have been a co-captain for NAMIWalks for about 8 years. And I'm also the chair of the funding committee. And so I really look forward to helping you out, getting your team started.
Awesome. Thanks, Lisa. So we'll be hearing more from Lisa a little bit later about her expertise as a team captain. In addition to Lisa, we also have David Crawford, who is our team chair. He's not going to be joining us live today, but you'll be seeing some information coming out from him as we go through the walk season. And then we have Anna Castle, who's our corporate chair, who you'll see a video from her shortly. So throughout the walk season, you'll be hearing from those wonderful folks as well. So with that, I really just wanted us to have an opportunity to see, why are we here today? Why do we have a NAMIWalks event? What does that support? So I'm going to play a short video for everyone that shows what you're doing to support our mission and how NAMI Waukesha is helping those impacted by mental health conditions in our community.
40,000 people could die in the U.S. from coronavirus.
Today, I have declared a public health emergency.
Another big increase in the amount of coronavirus cases being reported in the state tonight.
Well, the Wisconsin National Guard is now activated.
There are thousands and thousands of stories of patient harm due to the shutdown itself.
But experts say the isolation can also cause depression, poor sleep, heart, and immune problems. It's not healthy for us to be isolated for long periods of time.
As we've all seen during this crisis that we're in right now, mental health issues are more important than ever. People are reeling under the loss of income, the loss of social interaction, and just having to stay at home and be safer at home.
We have seen an increase in the anxiety of, I can't get into a shelter, or I know my name's at the top of the housing program, but nothing's moving off of that list. So while the need itself hasn't increased, the anxieties out there within those that we serve, that has increased.
I was really worried that all of the students that were kind of on my roster, things would go really chaotic for them and things would be really challenging. However, I found out really quickly that for them, staying home and doing online work in a virtual setting was a lot less impacting on their mental health. And so I've seen a decrease with those students, but an increase with the other students that are used to going to school to socialize. And so being able to connect with them virtually has been really important during this whole pandemic, so that students still feel connected even if they aren't in their school or their natural environment.
We are helping ensure that the individuals that we work with who are experiencing homelessness, the NAMI Waukesha PATH team, we are handing out face masks if they are requested, hand sanitizer, and bottles of water, stuff like that.
NAMI Waukesha and our staff pivoted very quickly to take most of our services off-site to be able to continue to provide them seamlessly. However, many of the clients that we work with do experience homelessness, and so we have not been able to go completely off-site with those services. We have expanded our platforms to be using virtual options as best we can, and we will continue to utilize these options as we move forward so that we can meet the needs of everyone in our community who is struggling with mental health concerns.
You know, we have a population that has a lot of underlying health conditions. Some severe heart conditions are out there, a lot of diabetes, and it just raises their anxiety of what if I catch it? Am I going to be okay? And staying in shelters, if one person catches it, it can spread like wildfire.
At NAMI Waukesha, we have done a phenomenal job of outreaching to our youth. Lexi immediately changed the way that she was providing services, opening her phone as a text line, appearing in virtual classrooms.
We're all impacted by this, and we're all just trying to do the best that we can. So the more that we can come and virtually connect with each other, I think the better that it's been for other people to feel like, okay, yes, this is a little bit different, and yes, I might be struggling, but there are people who I can connect with.
I think it's important to know that NAMI is a resource for help, and knowing that is really important. If you learn nothing more than you've got a person to help you get you to where you've got to go, because you have to advocate for your sons and daughters and loved ones, that's the importance of NAMI, is a resource. Stop the what ifs. You know, if your son had cancer, terminal cancer, you wouldn't go, what if he's going to be a doctor, and what if he's going to be a lawyer? You'd just be happy that they're going to be healthy. And so I accepted that my boys were healthy and that they were through the process. And so I wanted to go back and tell people to start thinking that way, to start thinking that mental health is a health issue. And what NAMI is all about is it's okay to have mental health issues. And it's okay because you're working your way through the process.
One of the things that I really wish people would remember and realize is that this need for homeless services, it's not just a winter or Christmas time need. It's not just a holiday need. It's not just a COVID-19 need, that there are people experiencing homelessness year round.
Supporting NAMI financially, it's a good way to keep these family programs available and to keep them free to the public, and that's very important. I know that the two family-to-family classes that I've taught, to go away with all that knowledge and to know that that's all free and provided by NAMI is an incredible support to the community.
So we are letting people know, those who are literally out on the streets within the community and also our community partners, NAMI Waukesha County is still here for them. We have never closed our doors throughout the COVID-19 crisis, and we will always be here for them.
We believe that everybody should have the access that they need to mental health services, support, and especially that emotional connection, because you are not alone. We are not alone. We are in this together. We are stronger together. And because of your generous support, we have been able to offer our services at no cost throughout this pandemic without interruption. And we need your generous support now more than ever to continue to offer our services in the coming months and years. Your support will help us provide mental health for all.
So that's just a little snapshot of why we're here today and what your support of NAMIWalks Waukesha does to support our mission. All the funds we raise are going to stay here locally in our community to provide that support, education, and advocacy at no cost to individuals. So with that, I want to give just a special thanks today to First Weber Foundation. They are serving as our kickoff event sponsor this year. So they are generously supporting this event and making it happen today. In addition to that, we do have two other leading sponsors. We have two gold level sponsors. We have Eaton Corporation and Orbis, who have joined us at our gold sponsor level. So we're very grateful for their support. We do have a special video message from Eaton. This is Anna Castle, who's our corporate chair. So she has a quick video recording that I want to play for you all.
Eaton considers mental health for all to mean everyone should have access to the support and resources they need to improve mental health. In 2020, as we deal with the stresses of COVID-19 around the world, mental health needs are being significantly magnified. For those of us who are experiencing mental health challenges prior to the current crisis, we may see our conditions worsen. But there are many of us who are experiencing these for the first time, which can be incredibly overwhelming. It's important that we continue to have ongoing, open dialogue to help build awareness and end the stigma around mental health. NAMI Waukesha is critical to helping facilitate that dialogue and build awareness. NAMI Waukesha offers community education programs to help reduce stigma around mental health conditions and provides tools to help someone impacted by mental health conditions. Eaton's goal and NAMI's goal is to create a community that is understanding and supportive of individuals impacted by mental health conditions and to assist them in recovery. Just as we have approaches to maintain our physical health or recover from a physical injury, customized tools and methods are available to improve our mental health through NAMI. Events such as NAMI Walks are an important step in helping to maintain and continue to build awareness. Now when our community and our humanity spirit is being displayed all around the world and strangers are coming to the aid of others and those in need, it's time that we think more broadly about how we can help others in need where it might be not as visible. Please join me and our Eaton team in participating in the NAMI Walks virtual event on October 10th. Go to NAMIWaukesha.org to learn more and to sign up. Thank you for helping us to create mental health for all.
So thank you to Anna and to Eaton for their support of NAMI Walks Your Way this year. In addition to our gold level and kickoff sponsors, we have some national sponsors. We have Alkermes and Takeda Lundbeck, who are sponsoring at our national level. And then locally, we have some other additional sponsors. We have the Green Bay Packers Give Back as a start finish line sponsors, Janssen Pharmaceutical as a bronze sponsor. We have Waterstone Bank and Marsh McLennan Agency as our supporter sponsors. And then our kilometer sponsors are Waukesha State Bank, Yoga for All, Cornerstone Counseling, and Turf Sup Landscaping. So NAMI Walks Waukesha, what is it and why are we here today? So last year, we had 45 teams, 564 walkers, and we raised $81,323. And that was because of the support of our amazing sponsors and team captains, just like all of you folks today. This year, our goal is $85,000, and we're hoping that you're going to help us reach that goal. So nationwide, so far in 2020, our walk is just one walk as part of a national movement. There are 120 walks in 42 states with more than 90,000 participants. So you are joining together with advocates across the country. So far, we've raised over $13 million for mental health programs this year. And while we know normally we get to see each other in person, this year NAMI walks across the country are going to look a little different. We have transitioned to a virtual walk this year. What does this mean? What hasn't changed with our virtual walk? We're still going to be raising funds for NAMI Waukesha. We are still going to be building awareness of mental health by sharing our stories, whether we do that in person or virtually. And we are still going to be able to honor and remember our loved ones that we've lost. This year, 100% of the funds we raise stay local. Not $1 is going to support our national affiliate this year. All the funds that we raise are going to help support NAMI Waukesha's mission right here in Waukesha County. So everything that you raise will be providing support, education, and advocacy right here in your backyard. So this year, we've transitioned to a virtual walk, and we've decided to join together with walks across the country in solidarity on one day. We are coming together on Saturday, October 10th, which is the last day of Mental Illness Awareness Week. So we're super excited that we're going to be walking for mental health for all together with walks across the country. So let's talk about a virtual walk. What does that mean? So our virtual walk day, teams will participate in NAMIWalks their way to raise awareness and funds. This means that instead of there being a structured 5K walk, you are going to have the ability to do whatever activities you see fit to raise funds and awareness for mental health. In addition to our virtual event, which we'll talk a little bit more about later, we are also going to have a drive-through component for our event. We wanted to have an opportunity for you guys to still be able to come together, still be able to pick up your awesome t-shirts, which I know so many of you are excited about, and drop off your donations and pick up a few other cool NAMIWalks swag items. So on October 10th, we will have this drive-through event. It's going to be held at Fox River Christian Church, which is on Dale Road in Waukesha. We're going to be available there for your drive-through event from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. We'll be masked, we'll be socially distanced for you, and we'll be able to get you the supplies that you need to then go and either participate with your team in a small group or to just do things virtually with your team. You are not obligated to join us for that in-person portion of the event. You can certainly participate virtually the rest of the way. We will have other opportunities for you to pick up your t-shirts if you cannot join us on October 10th. But we think this will be a fun way for you to still come, still participate with us, pick up your shirts, and just enjoy the day from there. Additional details will be coming out about that as we get a little bit closer. So just make sure that you're staying tuned to your weekly walk emails that will be coming to you. So in addition to the drive-through piece, you can join us online. So we are going to be streaming a bunch of information, videos, live streams, just some cool program information on October 10th on our Facebook page. So if you're not comfortable coming to the drive-through event, you'll still be tuned into us that day. Just join us on Facebook, and you'll be able to also then participate alongside with us by using our hashtags and tagging us in that as well. So have no fear. You can either join us in person or you can do it 100% virtually. We're just excited to walk your way this year for mental health. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to Sarah to talk a little bit more about what do you do through NAMIWalks Your Way? What type of activities can you participate in? Sarah?
Thanks, Andrea. And I just wanted to reiterate something that we may have mentioned at the beginning. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and that way we can make sure at the end that we haven't neglected to address something, or you might forget that you wanted to ask it because we've moved on to other slides. So feel free to put anything in the chat if you have questions or comments. But again, as Andrea said, what is NAMIWalks Your Way? This is a virtual event. I think that was the #1 question as the walk manager for Greater Milwaukee. People weren't really quite sure what this meant. Now you have the benefit of a little bit of hindsight and some experience those last few months, and you've probably heard of or seen other virtual events. And so I think we're getting more adept as a community to learning how to come together in a safe way, like Andrea mentioned, but with the safety and wellness of everyone in mind. This just seemed like the best course of action. So it's exciting to have the face-to-face component. People can take advantage of that safely, but also to do activities that you choose. One of the best things I think about having a virtual walk is that people can engage on their time schedule, around work schedules, around ability, and to do something that feels meaningful to them. And just to give you a few examples, we had people do activities with their kids called Chalk Your Walk, where they would go around the neighborhood and leave little messages of hope in front of neighbors' mailboxes on the sidewalk, or write notes of encouragement to the mailman, and they would just use chalk along their walk or put messages and hashtags so that people might look up information about NAMI services. We had people that as a family might record the rally cry that you'll see a little bit later and share that with their community, whether it was their church community, their neighborhood, nextdoor.com, Facebook, all of these different platforms to let people know why NAMI matters to them. And again, as we move into this presentation today, and if you're a veteran walker, you know that sharing your story is a really big part of NAMI Walks, and it's one of the things that does the most benefit to reducing stigma. Now, many people still chose to do a walk. We'll have some ideas and suggestions for you about about 5K routes that you could use in the Waukesha area. Maybe you have a favorite trail. Maybe you're going to go find a new one and go for a walk in my neck of the woods at Grant Park and check out Seven Bridges. But you can do whatever you want. We also had teams that did gardening together. So they couldn't come together face to face, but maybe they purchased a plant, the team captain did, and everybody planted that same plant in their yard and took a photo to share with the group as a whole. So there are lots of things you can do, t-shirt decorating, competitions, cooking and delivering a meal to someone who may not be able to get out. But really what we want to do is just mark that day as a National Day of Hope and know that you are participating in something that's much larger than just us. The money stays here locally, but we really have a global impact and a much larger scale. And in some ways, the virtual event removes some of the geographic boundaries. So you might have people on your team or walking with you and supporting you who are in California, and they can do so just the same. So some of the next steps is what we're going to talk about. You might recognize our local celebrity here with her cutie. That's Andrea. And we have some ideas and resources for you. So really we want to kind of take the mystery out of this and let you know that we have steps and tools for you to follow to have a really successful event from start to finish. So the first step would be, for those of you who haven't registered yet, you'll want to actually register and sign up for the event. Now, if you have walked in the past, you'll have a link when it says register now that prompts you if you are a returning participant. If you aren't a returning participant, you can just start anew. It's a pretty straightforward process. One of the biggest questions we get is about resetting a password. If it's been a year since you've logged in, you might need a refresher. We can refresh that for you and it'll send a link to your email to reset your password. So pretty simple step. When people ask, well, why do I need to register for a virtual walk? I liken it a little bit to like putting your name on your signature on a petition. You're formally joining us on board. So even though there isn't a face-to-face event on walk day, like there has been in the past, we still want to know how many people we're working with. It ensures you get all of our communication about the event. And so we want you to start by registering. The next important piece is to self-donate. Now this kind of does a couple of things. It helps you to kickstart your fundraising so you don't just have a little lonely goose egg up there as far as dollars raised, but it also really shows people that you're willing to put not only your time and energy, but some financial resources behind this too. Now, some people are able to make a large donation and some people cannot, and that's okay. It's less about the amount that you donate. It's more about showing your prospective donors and supporters that you have also supported your own cause and your own fundraising efforts. We do know from 15 plus years of NAMI Walks events that participants who donate to their own fundraising efforts raise on average 8 times more than others. So starting that process rolling is a really good way to get going. And you'll see the prompts on here. When you get into your personal customizable fundraising page, then you can click support. You'll tell your donors to click support me. You direct them right to your page and your story. And then you can see if you've donated, your name's right at the top, if whether or not you can donate $5 or $500. That's totally up to you. If you have an employer that matches, that's a great way to get that ball rolling too. The third step, whether you are an individual walker or on a team, returning or veteran or brand new, you would want to decide maybe what you're going to do leading up to your virtual walk day. We have a lot of resources and materials that you'll have in your packet, downloadable forms, things to suggest that what you can do on that day, social media prompts, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we move through the presentation.
Great.
Is this back to you now, or is this still me? Sorry.
Either or. So, so as Sarah was mentioning, there are a number of really cool resources that are available that you should have received your folder by now. We'll review that at the end, but this participant guidebook is just one piece of that. So Sarah gave you a lot of great ideas. Sarah, did you have anything else to mention about things that are in the participant guidebook that's helpful to our folks?
Well, I think what I liked is it distills it down pretty simply. I think the participant guidebook is an online form. It's a PDF. So if you have someone you want to share information with about the NAMIWalks, it's a very concise way to share it with them or give them a link to click on that. But it gives you some ideas about, I think steps 1 through 7. So it really consolidates it down and makes it seem very easy to do and to follow. So again, whether you're brand new to the NAMIWalks or if you are a veteran walker, everyone's a bit new to a virtual walk. And so this one, I think, does a really good job of kind of giving you bite-sized pieces to make it all, seamless.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks.
So then the other pieces that is going to be included with your resources here is just, how you can engage yourself or how you can engage your team. Just again, a couple of other ideas that are, some tangible things that you can do. But as Sarah mentioned, really it's your day. You can raise funds and awareness however you see fit. These are just some jumping off points for you. So now let's talk a little bit about teams. So even though we aren't going to be joining together in person, our teams are still the heart of our NAMIWalks event. We are just going to be connecting with you virtually, a little bit different this year. So teams can still come together virtually. You can participate solo, in small groups, or in pairs, wherever it's permitted, or you can choose to connect via Zoom or other social media. It's really going to be dependent on what your comfort level is. So teams are still led by a team captain, even though we won't be coming together at Frame Park this year. So with this, I'm going to be bringing in Lisa Wildberg, who's our team's co-chair, to just share a little bit about what it's like to build a team. So how we get started with our teams is there's 3 simple steps. The first one is to communicate what to do. Lisa, are you willing to share a little bit about how you communicate with your team?
Sure. What we do every year is, since we've been doing it for 8 years, but it will be a little different for us this year being virtual, we actually have kept a spreadsheet of all our team members, and as soon as we know that registration is open, we set up our Team Schumann page. And then we send out an email to everyone that has participated last year or in the past, kind of reiterating the story, how Team Schumann started. And then if you'd like to join the team, here's how we do it. And then we also put it on social media to get more people. So I think this year, it's even better because we'll be doing everything on social media, email, things like that.
Awesome. So then the second step is to model the action. So that means whatever you're asking your team members to do, you're doing the same thing. So Lisa, did you have anything to add regarding to how you as a team captain model what you're asking your team members to do?
Like Sarah said, David, I, and Michelle, we would make our own donation right away up front. So then we kind of explain that's how, the best way to do it. And then we're sending them ideas. We're kind of telling them what we did last year, what really worked. When we could all meet together, we would sometimes get a group and kind of go over the same thing that's happening here with our group to just let them know that this is how it's going to be done. First of all, it's very easy and it's a lot of fun. And we reiterate that over and over. It's not very difficult, especially because of the website and everything now, even with social media.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. And then recognize and repeat. So that just means you're thanking your team members, you're thanking your donors, and you're doing it over and over as more people join and support your cause. So Lisa, did you have anything to add about that specifically?
No, you said it all. We really do. We thank anyone that donates. We thank the team, and just it kind of throughout the year too, we go back and because of Blue Jean Bingo. So we're kind of reiterating everything about Team Schumann throughout the year. So we're prepared for the next event.
Thank you, Lisa. So after you decide what you're going to do on walk day, your next step is going to be to invite others to join your team. So the key here is asking. Ask however you feel comfortable. Some individuals feel comfortable using social media, using email. Some prefer phone calls. Some prefer letters. So it's really whatever you're comfortable with. It's just not being afraid to ask. Ask anybody you know to join your team. If they say no to joining your team, ask them to make a donation to support your efforts. Lisa, did you have anything to add here about asking?
Yes, I think it's really important. We all came to NAMI for a reason. And I think while you're asking, you need to tell your story. And I think when you tell your story and your passion comes out, more people want to join with you. So that, I think that's key. It's very important.
Awesome. And then one piece with Team Schumann, they're kind of a unique team. They have 3 team captains, and each of them have their own network. So each of them reach out, like Lisa reaches out to her friends, David reaches out to his network, and Lisa reaches out to her family and friends. I mean, Michelle reaches out to her family and friends. So it's really kind of cool to watch the 3 co-captains kind of reach out to their individuals in their own network. So just ask, and usually people aren't gonna be mean or say no if they can't support your cause. So it's really easy to have folks join your team. They can just come to our website, find your team, and click join your team. You'll also have a personalized individual link for your team as well as for your own page that you can share with folks to have them either just come and directly join your team or directly make a donation to your page. So it makes it pretty easy. So a big piece of this is leading by example. And a piece of leading by example is sharing your story. So Lisa, I know you have something to share about how you guys share your story as members of Team Schumann.
Right, that's really important that we put that on our page. So when we're directing people back to our page, they know about Tim that we're walking for. They know how passionate we are. And so important to really personalize your story. And the more you tell it, the more people are going to want to join and participate and support NAMI.
Excellent. Thank you. And as this slide is noting, when you personalize your walk page, you're likely to raise 10 times more than you would if you hadn't. Personalizing your walk page can be really quick and easy. It can be as simple as changing your picture and just adding your story. If you have any issues with personalizing your page, you can absolutely reach out to Lizzie and she'll be able to help you get that updated pretty quick and easily. So if you ever have issues, don't get frustrated and feel like I can't update my page, so I'm not going to. Send that content over to us and we'll get it updated for you.
I have to say, I'm not techie, and I actually find the page very easy. So don't let it scare you.
Thanks, Lisa. So each page comes with some pre-formatted language, but you can see here's just one example of someone that just added a little, note of why they're walking with us. And that makes a big difference when you're asking people to support you, to really see that personal message of why you're connected with NAMI. In addition to your walk website, this year we also have this cool tool called Signs for Hope. One of these is actually printed out and is in your folder, and there's additional copies of it on your zip drive. This is something that you can use to personalize and share with your network. So you can just, like this individual did here, you can take a picture and you can use that photo as your personalized picture for your walk page this year. You can share these images on social media. This year, we're going to be asking as many folks as possible to fill out these signs of hope and then send them back to us or send pictures of you with your sign of hope so that we can also share that then on our Day of Hope on October 10th. So we're hoping that you'll help us share your story with everybody that wants to come together to support mental health. So
Andrea, one more thing before, oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt. One more thing to just add, because I know Lisa asked about it yesterday, and then we had one of our members ask about it today. You can use video. So if you're comfortable recording a video and you want to do that, you can upload a video to your donor individual page or to your team page to kind of further customize it. And then for those of us who aren't as comfortable being on camera, like Andrea suggested, your customizing might just be as simple as saying, I walk for, and putting a picture of yourself, but definitely personalizing it certainly makes a difference for the people who love you, and that's why they're going to give.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sarah. And as we mentioned before, if you want to record a video and you're struggling with that, we're here to help. So you can say, hey, I want to do a video, but I don't know how to do that. We'll set up a time to record the video for you. We'll set up a time to get that uploaded on your site. So thank you, Sarah, for adding that about the videos. So another way that videos can be used is through social media. This year, social media is going to be a big piece of our walk since we are going virtual. We do have 2 hashtags this year, hashtag not alone and hashtag mental health for all. So what utilizing those hashtags is going to do is going to include you on the stream of everybody that's participating in the walk that day. Your story, your message is going to be included with everybody that's walking for mental health at all. So just make sure on walk day and before walk day that you're sharing your story on social media so your team can see it. Lisa, did you have anything to add about how you've used social media in the past or how you're planning on using it this year?
I use it, at Facebook I use all the time. I'll actually share any of the NAMIWalks information from their Facebook page onto mine. And then I also do my fundraising. And when you're on your page, you can share your fundraising to Facebook. So I do that all the time. And if I see anything new come up each week, I will add it to my Facebook page. So that's my platform, is really Facebook.
And it's pretty easy and simple to do because you know you're talking to your friends and acquaintances on there. So it's a really easy, quick way to share your story. And like Lisa mentioned, you can use the Walk website to connect directly to Facebook and Twitter and to fundraise as well. Here's just some examples of how folks have used those hashtags. So use, again, hashtag mental health for all, hashtag not alone. You can see that some folks are sharing their signs of hope and some folks are sharing their message of why they're walking with us. Again, we're not going to ask you to memorize these hashtags. We're going to be sending these out to you pretty regularly throughout the rest of the walk season. Another resource that you're going to find in your folder is how to use social media. So how to connect to your pages, how to use the hashtags, what the hashtags are. Those resources are all on your zip drive that you can easily get to those. So the last thing that you can do is text and email your fundraising page to your friends and family and coworkers. So again, this goes back to ask, ask, ask. You can never ask too many times. Use whatever communication method works best for you. We have some really awesome fundraisers that do these really incredible personalized letters each year. I know some folks that don't do anything except do phone calls, and that's how they raise their funds. And I also know some folks that do like just send an email, and that's folks expect that from them every year. So it really depends on your comfort level and what you like to do. Lisa, did you have anything to add about, communicating and how Team Schumann does that?
Yes, we do it with email, just because we have 3 co-captains, and like you said, we're reaching out to all of our contacts, but sometimes, like closer to the event, we would have little get-togethers. It's going to be a little different this year, but again, it's just leading by example. It's continuing to follow up and update with the team up until the time of the walk or whatever we're going to do virtual, just to keep everyone engaged.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa. So this is the rallying cry. This year, NAMIWalks put together this awesome rallying cry that this is why we're all coming together to raise awareness for mental health for all. So I'm just going to take just a quick moment and just read through it because I think it's really powerful. NAMIWalks supports NAMI, and NAMI supports the 1 in 5 who experience mental illness and the 5 in 5 who are affected by it. You are not alone. From every corner of the country, for every age and every background, we walk on the streets or in our hearts. In a time of challenge and change, we are united even when we appear alone. mental health is not for some, mental health is for all. So that is our message this year. This is why we're coming together virtually, because we cannot come together safely in person. So we are working for mental health for all. This image is on your zip drive and will be available in your weekly emails. And this is something that you can use to share in your emails or when you share on social media. This message is what you can share with your participants as well. So we've kind of talked about this a little bit, but a big piece of being a team captain or a walk leader is just, you know, the attitude of gratitude, really acknowledging anyone that's supporting you, either as a donor or a member of your team. And just then communicating that anyone on your team is also thanking anyone that's supporting them. You can never say thank you too much. Again, there's tools on your walk website, and these user guides are on your zip drive as well that are in your folder. That you can easily see everyone that's donated to you or to your team, and you can thank them really quickly and easily through using the walk website. Lisa, I know you had mentioned before you had some specific ways that you guys thank folks that support your mission.
Oh, we do it through the website, and because a lot of the people are friends, you know, we're constantly talking to people, thanking them. Again, some other time back in the past, we might have had a get together after the walk to thank the people that donated. So just constantly, like you said, you can't thank them enough.
Yeah, and you found the tools to be really easy and quick to use on the website, correct? Okay.
You're notified as soon as someone makes a donation, and you can thank them immediately.
Perfect. Thank you, Lisa. So, and then in addition to just thanking folks, it's just recognizing your team members and just, again, repeating that over and over again. So acknowledge your team members. Maybe you offer an incentive prize. I know we've had a few teams that say, you know, if you can get someone to donate to your fundraising page this week, I'm going to enter you in a drawing for a salon gift card or a $10 Starbucks gift card. It doesn't have to be much. People get really excited and really competitive about stuff, whether it's a $5 Starbucks gift card or a spa card, or maybe it's like your NAMIWalks prize from last year that you have 2 of or something like that. It can be something simple and easy. And then just keep updating your members and supporters on how they can get involved and what you're planning to do on the Day of Hope. So follow these simple steps and you guys are going to be awesome virtual team captains. So in addition to some of the other things that we have going on, this year we are again participating in the NAMIWalks National Recognition Program. And Lizzie, I'm going to have you join in and share a little bit about the recognition program this year.
Thanks. So yeah, we're now at the part where you guys all wait for the awesome prizes you get to win this year after raising all the great funds. So obviously an effective way to motivate yourself and your team is to set goals to receive NAMIWalks gifts. And this year we have some great gifts. They keep getting better and better every year. So I'm really excited to share them with you. So obviously the first gift we have is a t-shirt, and it's our Mental Health for All t-shirt this year. After you raise $100, you receive a NAMIWalks t-shirt, and you can pick that up on walk day, and we will be having some curbside pickup times after walk day if you're not able to get them that day. Andrea, I saw in the chat we had a question about if the team captain can pick up their team shirts all on walk day, or if everyone has to come individually.
Nope, absolutely. The team captain can pick up their team t-shirts. So for those of you who have joined us in the past before, you'll know that what we generally do for teams is anybody that's raised a t-shirt up until walk day, we run that report and we have those t-shirts already bagged and labeled of whose shirts are all in there in one place. So you only have to have one person come and pick up those shirts. So, you know, if anything changes and your individual team members do want to pick up their shirts rather than having one team captain, just let Lizzie or I know, and we would certainly be happy to adjust that. But we're planning to still have those bagged and ready for you to pick up one bag for your team and deliver them wherever you're going to be walking with your team. So great question.
Thank you. And if you raise $250, you will get your t-shirt, and you can choose between either of these items. The cute little waist pack that you can wear when you take your dog on a walk or go on a walk and just need some stuff in there instead of a heavy purse. And also a stainless steel coffee mug. It's 16 ounces, so on your morning commutes, you got your fresh coffee for you. And if you raise $500, you'll get a t-shirt. You can choose between the last items or now a NAMIWalks beach towel or a reflective tee that you can wear when you're working out. And if you raise $1,000, you also still get a t-shirt. You can choose any of the other items, or you can choose this awesome umbrella that Sarah Mullaney got that is really cool. And I will be showing these items, some live streams we'll be doing throughout the weeks. So I'll be showing some of these items. And if you really want to come and see them in person, you can, but I'll be showing how great they are as well. And if you raise $1,500, you could get this fleece jacket that's men or women sizes for those nice cold winter days we have coming up. And then if you raise $2,000, you can get a shirt, pick any of the other items, or you could get this rolling cooler for all your drinks on walk day, or a power-up kit and duffel, which includes a wireless speaker and an external battery so you can charge your phones and all that as well. So super fun, super awesome gifts this year. And oh, well, $100 receive a t-shirt on event day. In addition to the t-shirt, you have 30 days post-walk to earn one of these gifts. So if you don't raise more than $100 on walk day, you still have 30 days to raise $250 if you want the mug, $500 for one of the t-shirts or the towels, etc. And you'll receive an email to redeem your gifts from one of us, and then it'll be shipped directly to you. So you don't even have to come to the office to get it. It'll be shipped to your wherever you want it to.
Yeah, and just to add on to what Lizzie's saying, we get a lot of questions about that. So yeah, raise $100 by walk day. There's no fee to participate, but if you raise that $100 or more, you'll earn your t-shirt. And then you do have that 30 days to earn the additional prizes after that. Like Lizzie said, your email is going to come to your inbox after 30 days saying what you've qualified for and how to redeem that prize. And then it's going to be shipped directly to you. You choose the size, you choose the prize. We don't have to do anything with that for you, but we're here to help if you need any help redeeming your prizes.
Yes. And then anyone who raises $1,000 or more receives this awesome new Walkstar pin we have this year. It's the first square-shaped pin to match our logo. So definitely want to get in on that. So you guys should definitely try and raise $1,000 or more to receive this awesome pin, plus a t-shirt, plus some awesome prizes we've got. And then in addition to the awesome prizes you can earn through our recognition program, you can also win fun prizes locally by participating in our weekly challenges. Every week we send out an email with a new challenge, so keep on the lookout for those. I know we have different gift cards we're sending out, hair salon packages, etc. So definitely stay tuned into your weekly email for those fun prizes that are coming out and those challenges.
Awesome, thank you, Lizzie. So as Lizzie mentioned, we started this about 2 weeks ago, but every week going forward, you're going to be getting an email that's going to come from us at NAMI Waukesha, just with, it's going to have someone's story, it's going to have some virtual tips, it's going to have a weekly prize drawing. So sometimes it'll be about raising funds, sometimes it'll be about bringing folks to your team, sometimes it'll be about personalizing your page. So just stay tuned because we will be announcing a new prize and announcing a winner each week until October 10th. So was there anything about the prizes that we had missed, or we're all good with prizes then? All right, awesome. So with that, the last piece I wanted to go over with you guys is your folder. Now, you all should have received or should have on your way one of your official NAMIWalks folders. So the folder will look like this, and it has a bunch of awesome information. Now, if you've ever joined us in person, we usually have more tools printed out in person, but since it's a virtual event this year, we have included an awesome zip drive that has a lot of materials on here that we think is going to be helpful for you as you raise funds, but you don't necessarily need those printed out. So in your folder this year, you have a welcome letter that just gives you a little bit of information on how to get started. Some information about the Team Captain Challenge. So if you get registered 7 weeks before walk days, you'll get an email to redeem this cool decal. This image here is what we've been going over today. These are all the steps that you need to do to be an awesome team captain. And then there's just a sponsorship proposal, and then there's that printout of those really cool recognition prizes that Lizzie just went over. Then on this other side, these here are actually receipts that you can give out to folks that are donating to you. So this is something that you can fill out, say you see a friend out and they give you a $20 cash donation and you want to give them a receipt right there, that's what you would fill out and hand to them. Has all the information they should need to use that as a deductible donation. These are some individual walker envelopes. So if you're a big team and you want to have individual walkers collect donations, that's how they would just turn those into you. Then we just have some flyers here that you can display. And then here is one of those printed out signs of hope. So we didn't want to print out all of them. More of them are on your zip drive and you can use those to type into and personalize from there, but we thought we'd print one out for you to get started. And then this last piece here, this is your team captain envelope. So this is what you can use to fill out, collect all the donations for your team and drop this off with us on walk day. Or if you're not going to join us at the drive-through event on walk day, you can certainly bring that by to the office at any other point in time. In addition to that, if you don't feel comfortable doing the donations this way and you're going to collect cash donations, you can certainly collect all of those and just do one check to us and mail that to our office as well. But we'll be keeping you updated with how to bring us donations if you're not going to be coming to the donation day on October 10th. So then, like I mentioned, you also have your cool zip drive. So primarily what's on that zip drive is a lot of tools about social media and Donor Drive. Donor Drive is the Walk website. So it has a lot of tools on there about how do I reset my password? How do I personalize my page? What else can I do through Donor Drive? And then, how do I connect my page to social media? And there's also some resources, like there's a Facebook cover page or cover photo and some other images, and then some user guides for social media. Again, with any of that, if you have issues at any point, reach out to me or Lizzie and we'll be happy to help you walk you through those. But we thought we'd give you those user guides so that if it's a quick question, you can take care of that yourself. So with that, fundraisers should use pride, not apologize, when asking for a gift for a charity that is doing good work. So when you're asking for donations, as we've said time and time again today, share your story, share why NAMI is important to you and why you're raising funds and what their support is doing here in our community. So with that, again, NAMIWalks Your Way Waukesha is going to be this October 10th, which is a Saturday. It is the last day of Mental Illness Awareness Week, and we hope that you will join us either at our drive-through event or just virtually this year. So thank you all for joining us today. Sarah, I'm going to ask, are there any other questions in the chat box that we have?
Sarah Feifel had let me know that we had a couple questions in the chat box, and it looked like one of them was from Mike regarding masks, Andrea. So at our face-to-face component on walk day, will masks be mandatory for picking up t-shirts and dropping off donations at Fox River Christian?
So they won't be mandatory for those of you who are dropping off the donations. They will be mandatory for all of our staff and volunteers who are there. We are planning on maintaining social distance, and we're not planning on having you get out of your car. So, while we'd love for folks to wear masks, if your comfort level isn't going to be wearing a mask, we will be masked and we will be socially distanced from you. So that'll be your decision for the actual donors coming that day.
Okay. Another question was from Shannon, and she had asked about, on the day of the virtual walk, will there be a link available to post our activities, etc., when they're streaming or posting on social media for others to make donations kind of real time? So I know that you've mentioned the hashtags, and we'll be promoting those, hashtag mental health for all and hashtag not alone. But I know there are ways to customize or add content to your team page on the fundraising side, if that's what you're looking to do. And then, from the experience that I had just in May, we encouraged people to send us anything and everything that they were sharing on their social media platforms. Now, if somebody doesn't have Facebook and they wanted to share a video, they could send it to us and we could post it, or they could upload the video to their fundraising page, but we wanted to try to capture everything. And Facebook is just a huge platform in order to reach people pretty far and wide. So, Andrea, do you have anything to add to that?
The only thing I would add is we're gonna try and hope that we can also have any of our videos on our actual walk page for those that, like Sarah said, don't have a Facebook page. You know, it'll depend on where the tech level is on that day from our National Walk website. But like Sarah mentioned, primarily that content will be on our Facebook page. And Shannon, if you know you have a specific question about how to connect your team, we can certainly work on that with you. But on Actual Walk Day, the majority of the content, if folks want to see our inspiring videos and our pictures that are coming in, they'll want to join us on the NAMI Waukesha Facebook page.
Thanks. I think that might be the only other question that we hadn't already touched on.
Awesome. Well, the only other thing I wanted to share before I let you all go, because we're trying to keep it to our 1 o'clock end time, is we are going to be doing a number of like small group, either lunch and learns or coffee talks over the next couple of weeks on specific topics. So we're going to be sending out an email on Monday that's going to have a poll in there that you guys can vote on what kind of topics you would like to see in those. So would you like to see things like, you know, creative fundraising brainstorming sessions? Or do we want to just talk about donor drive and how to use certain different personalization things? Or do we want to talk about social media and how we use that? Or just we can just have a time where team captains can come and get to know each other, because that is the piece that's missing doing this virtually this year. We don't get to come together and meet all the other awesome team captains. So stay tuned for more information on those. We hope that you'll consider joining us for those. And if at any point you have questions, concerns, you just want help, reach out to Lizzie or I, and we will be happy to help you out. So thank you all. If there's no other questions, thank you all for joining us today. We really appreciate your support. You're going to be doing a lot to help us provide free support, education, and advocacy right here in our community through NAMI Walks for All. And we hope to see all of you on October 10th, either in person or virtually, as we walk for mental health for all. So thank you so much.